see, Master had a piece in there. I think it was Bobby D had a piece in there. And it was an old train yard in San Fernando. So every now and then you'd walk by and just go check out the pieces in there. There was a couple more. I think there was an old Fear piece, the OG Fear. He had a piece in there. And those are probably some of the first burners I saw was down in that old San Fernando train yard.
Do you tell your cousin, do you ask your cousin Render what is graffiti? Does he share any tips with you? Does he share any history? How do you get along as to discover graffiti and make your own path?
Well, we were already in high school. So like, and I was already been drawing like for a couple years before that. And we went and painted one piece. Was it in 88? We painted a piece in 87. We did one in 87, going into 88. Then we painted two pieces that summer. And those are probably the first two pieces I ever did. But I was always drawing, so then they hooked me up with my first black book. And then my other homies that were writers, because we all went to school together, so then I would trade them my lunch tickets. So then they would hook me up with markers. So then I would get markers for my lunch tickets. I always had a bunch of extra lunch tickets all the time, because my mom was a teacher, so I had a bunch of lunch tickets. So I'd trade them lunch tickets for burritos and all that, and that's how I'd get all my markers, getting me a mean streak. The homies gave me a black book, and that's how I got all my painting supplies, and I could start hooking up a black book. Because at that time in high school too, a lot of people had black books, dope black books that were all done up nice. So then, you know, it's cool if you had a black book with your work in there.
What did your black books look like? Can you describe them?
They were me practicing, a lot of tagging in there. A lot of them were characters. A lot of Public Enemy characters I would do. Because different rap group. One was a BDP character, Public Enemy, because those were around at the time. Just different characters. Because you're still learning how to draw anyways.
What high school are you attending at the time? And were there any known graffiti writers that were in the same high school? Or what were the popular crews in that high school at the time?
I was going to San Fernando High School. And those guys there from TCA, the Chosen Artists, it was Realm, Abel Rocha, Clone, Fumes, and I think there was one more. And those are the baddest guys in the whole school, man. They had the dopest, freshest books. And they even did a piece. They did a mural inside the high school in the back gym. And that was probably like 89 they did that piece. And that was pretty big. It's nice. It's probably still there. And those are some OG graffiti writers right there that did that. And then Master painted the front of the school. I think Skill had a character there. And then, but you had a bunch of other writers that went there that were all like bus chasers too. So you had a bunch of NSRs that went there, which is non-stop rocking, like Soren Sace. They were mobbing buses at that time heavy. TTV, this guy Snail, he was the first one hitting everything right there in the valley, tagging the valley. He's an old school Snail one. I used to kick back with Render and Prism. You know, so I used to go bus chasing with those guys. So they're the ones that used to give me my markers and taught me how to go bus chasing to hit the buses. And then, but I wasn't in USC yet. I was in a different crew in high school. I was in ABC crew, okay? And that was my homeboy Phil, my homeboy Zeke, my homeboy Scheme. And then, but Prism and Render, I think, were already in USC, but I wasn't yet because I was still learning.
What did ABC stand for?
Artists Beyond Control.
Why do you join that crew and not your cousin's crew?
Because I was still learning, and I was building my black book, drawing and all that. And that was a crew with the homies right there at school.
Was your cousin seeing your progress in your black books? And what would he say about your art?
Oh, they like my art. And they would always keep giving me supplies. So him in prison used to go out bus chasing. So then that's how later on they taught me how to go bus chasing. And then I got my name from my homeboy from ABC Crew. He's the one that gave me my name.
How does he give you your name?
My homeboy wrote Phil, Dr. Feelgood.
From ABC Crew.
Yeah, and he ended up being from USC later on too. But back then, names with double E's were in because you could flow them nice because you're doing connectors when you're writing. So it's easy to flow your name down when you're hitting up, so you can hit up fast. And you could put your name, you could put Oneer, you could put Ski, you could put Ism, all in one flow, just going. So he was Phil Oneer, and he was gonna change it to HERT. For whatever was happening, he was gonna change it to HERT. I told him, oh man, why you gonna change it? Keep that name, that's dope. He's Dr. Feelgood, homie, like that's what's up. And I go, all right, HERT. He's like, nah, I go, yeah, all right, HERT. And you keep Dr. Feelgood, because that's what's up, that's OG shit right there. He's like, all right. So then I took HERT, but I just changed it, instead of a E, I put an E, because right then you could connect it better.